Hey there, it's Patmos, and nice of you to join me as we are going to continue our adventure in Ostriv. Let's get these people rolling so that we can hopefully continue to work on our town. Now, we are building a nice big row house here, and that should finish off this little area. I'm very interestingly looking forward to how this will go. An oxen has been replaced by the cowshed manager. Now, that is exactly why we wanted that. Question is, which oxen? Well, these are only 3 years old, so that's not it. Must be on the farm then. So, yeah, if we hover over them or we click them, we should be able to see. 5 years. 5 years. 5 years. Oh, it's not those then. Must be on another farm, but that's nice. So it is working. They're actually changing out the animals now, probably here. 6 years only. Wow. Almost like they average it out. I don't know. Ah, these must have the youngest oxen though, so I'll be don't be too much there. Yeah, 1 year and 16 years. So yeah, they're doing that perfect. We found it. I don't know why I was looking so much for it, but all right. We just need a few more bricks, a little bit of lime. We have plenty of bricks and the lime, so that's not a problem. And we were busy with our windmill lane here, which will be very helpful in making sure that we get some extra flour for the people. Now, it is soon sowing season again. We still have 6,000 buckwheat. We still have 14,000 potatoes. We have no flour, but that's okay. What we make is immediately sold. We still have 8,000 dried fruit. We have 100 peas. So, yeah, we have food. We have some garlic and stuff, and we can probably buy some extra. So we should be okay now. Other than that, we have another wagon shed. That will be an interesting option to see if we can really get some extra stuff going there. Nothing to do now. Well, that might not be what we want it to say. I mean, who wants it to say, oh, we have nothing to do. Come on, clear out those trees for me. These are all still year 1. Yeah, that's not bringing in any goods. These have brought in already. See, there's still a few left, so that's good news as well. And if we just take a look at the map, I mean, we're starting to really fill up the map. I like that. But yeah, still plenty of ways to go. Here comes the row house. Every resource is picked up. It's not all delivered. Everything is picked up. And now we can see it's still awaiting 330 bricks. And we're getting to the point that they need those final bricks. Luckily, a few were delivered now, but not all. And it still needs some limestone. So they kind of need to bring all of that. Although it looks like, even though they still need it, they are continuing with other structures and stuff. Pretty impressive. That'll be quite interesting to notice now that they can continue, even though not all the bricks and stuff are in. So that's good. But yeah, they kind of stopped now because now they really need this stuff to finish it, apparently. Well, then the next project is the windmill. Resources are being brought in. Thatch is the big weight and some wood. So, yeah, nice. Are they bringing some resources here already? No. Alright. Well, there come a few more bricks. All the bricks are there, just some lime now. I kind of wish that if you hover over this, you can actually see, like, with an arrow where it's coming from or where it's going to. They have everything now, so now they can finish this one. We can see everybody is immediately coming in. We have a messenger in from Balaklia. Let's sell some stuff there. Well, we have so much leather. We could actually start to sell some leather if we want to. Question is, do we have to? No, we don't have to, but we could. It's just a matter of, we could do that. Yeah, we have a bunch of shoemakers now. They all have a lot of leather, so, you know, why not get rid of some of the leather at least? So that we also can keep producing it. Let's do 4,000. We'll make it a temporary stock, so they only fill it out to 4,000 once. Then let's sell 2,000 of that. Wow, 500. That's some decent money. I like that. And that should get that part done. Alright, it's sowing season now, so that's why we see all of a sudden a lot less builders. But as long as they're there, they should be able to finish this. Now, for a while, we haven't been doing a lot of decoration and stuff, so that might be something to do. As these are not really making a lot of money still. We have absolutely no trees and such in here, so let's do some maple trees. Let's just make this like a kind of wild nature area where there's just some trees here and there. Put in some Gilder Rose bushes. Sometimes this is just the best way to do it. There's no way to place this in an organized fashion so that it looks random. So if you want to have some random nature area, just place this randomly. That's the only way it works. Now we have a nice street here. We have these spruces here. We could, of course, continue those into this lane. I mean, why not? It's gonna be quite the time before they are fully grown, but that's fine. Right, the row house is ready, by the way, but we can't see the message anymore because of all the trees we're planting. And now they're going to build the windmill, but yeah, here the row house is ready. Only apartments though, but that means a lot of extra hands that we can use. Almost halfway into March. How are the farms doing? This one still needs a lot of work to be done. This one needs a lot of work. See, growing. This farm is ready. This farm is ready. This farm is still sowing. So, oh, this farm is almost ready. Nice. So they are able to do a very good job at this. And quickly sow in farms. That's actually quite impressive, I think. Right, we still have some work to do here as well. What I think I want to do is go a bit like this. We create some fenced off area here that we will designate kind of as a park, I guess. We just leave a few openings and that's it. And then along with that we can plant some trees here. Go. Then of course benches. I mean, the people need to be able to sit here somewhere. Wow, they really come sort of rushing in to have a place to sit. So this was kind of overdue a bit. There they go. Then a few dog rose bushes, not too many, just a few. To add little bits into this area. Alright, and now all of a sudden this area looks different, especially with the fencing. I like that. This gives the idea of a road and a nice sitting area. So it really changes up the overall look of this area. I like it. Another thing is that on some spots I think we are a bit low on fresh water. So you know what, let's place an extra well here. We have a bunch of wells there, so that should be okay. I think there are some other areas that might lack enough well capacity. Luckily we do have a farm here, so if we place a well out here, that will give all these people and the people in the farm some extra well space. And I think that's actually a necessity to make sure that we have some extra wells here and there. And of course, we can decorate some extra streets. Have to not forget to check all the new buildings, of course. So right now, the wagon shed's being built. That means that one of the windmills is already done. So we should head that way soon to finish off what they started here. Because this is the wagon shed, that means that the windmill's over here. So let's go to this one, do apply to all and apply to all. And now this one will start working too. April, farm is ready. Almost ready, but they have all the jobs fulfilled. Farm is ready, 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 farm is ready. Almost ready, so yeah. Farms do good. This is still year 1, so there won't be any fruits coming from that this year. You know, let's go to one of my other wagons. Let's do apply to all, because this is all set up properly. And apply to all. And this will start to hire and get the stuff in. And then we need the stuff in first. Also do regular deliveries. Before we can put in animals, of course. If we do that the other way around, the animals will quickly die when they get in, because there will be no food and water for them. So let's make sure we get the men in that we need there. See, now they bring in some food and water, and then we can get going. There go the trade boats. We got a couple of people married into the big house here. And it's filled up now. Oh, that's actually good news. That means we got quite a few new people in and stuff like that. So, messenger from Merefa. Let's sell that little bit of lime. Let's sell the salt. And let's sell some iron. Ooh, let's not sell iron. We have some in store there. Can we get some more hemp? Let's do it. Let's just make sure that we never run out of hemp. So let's buy some. We have broadcloth, we have textile, so that is all good. Horseshoe, metal parts. Yeah, we don't need to sell any of that. Is this one now fully functional? Yes. This one is too. We actually can see that all of a sudden we have 1200 flour. So that's pretty good. That means that we now start to stock up on that, so we overproduce, which is excellent. We'll see. Well, this is all growing. We get some nice fruit soon. We have the fruits out there. This farm has 2 fallow fields, apparently. Yep, that's good. Yeah. So next up, another house. And then we go for another windmill. Now, this housing area will make sure that this is all a bit more attached, although we also need to fill up this area. And I kind of want to go with this area for a bit, and then with this area, so that we start to fill this one up a bit more. I think it's pretty good to keep destroying logs all the time in all the foresters, or in most of them. So that they keep working. That's basically what we want. We want them to keep working and not just sit around and do nothing. Now, it says this one is filled up. Oh, it has a lot of firewood. That's why. At least get out the logs. This already has 5 logs, so let's get rid of the logs. Go. Now we have 3 bridges here. One that way, one that way, one that way. Will it be useful to get one here now that we still have the space? I think it could be. But I am thinking, since we have these houses out here, What if we create a street-like idea like this, and then leave an opening for another one? So this one now basically generates something of a street. We have to do this a little bit more like that. Okay, there we go. You can see the size difference between a normal one and the small one that we're building there, but that's not really the point. The point is that we want to create this. Now, if we go like this, we will basically create a streetway like this, and then we can start to build something out there. Not sure yet what, but something. Okay, there we go. And do another one, and then I think we should probably plan for the bridge to be there. Because now we have an idea where this all leads to. I want to do a wooden bridge for this area. Too low, okay. Okay, so if we do it like this, it'll be too low. Like this is okay. Yeah, I think this will work. This gives an extra option, and if we start doing some industries or houses there, we have them here. They'll be good. Also, if they work on the farm, they can just take this route instead of going around like that and then back there. So, extra bridges usually open up options, and I'm all for opening up more options. So, let's do that. And this gives a few extra houses, which is always nice. Here comes the extra windmill again. And we're down to 600 flour again. So yes, we are creating extra flour, but they're also selling it. And it's only May. We are now down to 1800 buckwheat and almost 10,000 potatoes. So the buckwheat is still going pretty quickly. Now, I think one of the reasons for that is, of course, because we use it for other stuff as well. So there's animals that eat the buckwheat, I think. Oh, maybe not actually, but do we have chickens? I don't think so. Cows don't eat it. Chickens, yeah, we don't have chickens yet. We do have sheep. They don't eat buckwheat though. So yeah, the buckwheat's also not going to the animals. So, I don't know. People just like buckwheat to buy, I guess. But if we check right now, so far, last year we sold 15,000. We produced 13.5. The year before, we produced 14.2. Sold, yeah, so we also underproduced 1,000. Sold 6,000 so far. Yeah, so this is going to stay pretty stable. We just need to increase the output then. But the flour can help with that, I think. Because if we increase the production of flour, we've bought some flour, that's why. We can increase the total production of flour. And with all the windmills that we're making, we should be able to increase that. We can compensate for all that, but we'll see. We'll see. It's an interesting puzzle. And of course, we can just put down a few big things and everything will work out. But I like to just try and kind of make it stable and go slow and see how it works out. Now, this one is out of place because they're going all the way here to chop logs. So what I'm going to do is tell them to no longer get anything. Tell them to really make empty. And then we're going to need an extra one. But this one is already taking all the trees away here. This one is taking all these trees away. But just not at a fast pace. So let's build another one right here so that we get rid of those trees much faster. Let's move that one up. Then we can completely remove this one, and by doing so, we can maybe put in a few houses or a park or something like that. We'll have to see. At least this is completely clear now, and that gives me the option to put in stuff like gazebos or whatever, so that people can actually sit here and, I don't know, enjoy a great time. Pine trees. I like pine trees. put them kind of all the way around here. Not in the actual market area, but around there. And then some lilac bushes for some coloration. And that should cheer a lot of these people up. I mean, now it already looks more like an area with some nature. I also feel like we should try that fencing thing again. So we're just going to start out here. Create some fencing. So that there won't be too many roads into the main area, I guess. So we can leave some of these. But not all of them. That should change the whole feel of the area a bit, I think. Especially when some of the roads start disappearing. Even if you look at it now, it already feels like a more fenced off or dedicated area now that it has a bit of fencing around it. So it does change the whole feel of this. Alright, let's now work a little bit on the actual marketplace. Let's do this so that we get some nice big trees around the area here. Make it look... I don't know, I think this will make it look even more special. We're going to place benches around this, but... Of course we need to leave one opening at least for the guys to actually be able to plant that tree. There we go. Yeah, that gives it a different feel. Now, all the windmills are busy. That's how we want to see it. Is the flour running up again? No, still going down, but not so fast anymore. So they aren't producing more and more. We still have plenty of flour, so that is not an issue. We are, however, almost out of buckwheat. 900 left. Only 40 beetroots left. Seem to be out of peas. So yeah, we don't have a lot of that stuff. Ouch, ouch, ouch. Cheese. We have 3,000 cheese, though. Now that I see it. Are we really selling cheese everywhere, or... Not that much. Doesn't appear to be. Means we're not even dry fish. Let's put in some cheese here. Did we put that in here? No. Let's get this one out. I mean, there's a lot of stuff that's actually not in there. So let's put in some cheese. 500. Let's see if we can maybe spread the cheese around a bit more. As to help fix with some of the food issues. So here they are selling cheese, so that's good. I have to just visit some of these marketplaces to see if they actually sell cheese. See, no cheese here. Hemp oil, yeah, I don't care about the hemp oil. I want to sell some cheese. Okay. So here we have the market stalls, here we have the market stalls. Where's the granary for this one? I'm going to check the second buckwheat place out, maybe. Don't have that many anyway. Let's change this one out for cheese. Here's that granary. And there's cheese in there, so that's good. That's good. Alright, so taking the focus a little bit of buckwheat. Focusing a little bit more on cheese might do the trick. Yeah, let's take this one out and put also cheese in. I mean, I love cheese, so my villagers should eat cheese. Alright, they're selling cheese all over the place, so we should be good food-wise. Yay, let's put in a few men here and take them all out here. Then tell them to simply destroy these logs. Hey, now the building is empty. Let's get rid of it. 2 foresters being removed. Oh, well, that's impressive. We're building one more well, then 2 village houses. Then the forestries will go out, then a few wells, then some more houses, and then the gazebos. What if we Do these all alternating. That's better. Here comes the windmill. It doesn't have all the resources yet, but we can already see a cart incoming. Just needs thatch. Do we see somebody bringing in thatch? Not really. So that might take a moment. It is not at the point where it needs to use the thatch, but it's also not very far off. So yeah, oh, there comes the thatch, I think. Let's see, will they be there in time so that they can keep working, or will they be a little bit too late and then the people will just walk off and go do something else? That's the big question. Yeah, they walked off. Just a tiny bit too late. But then the good news is, I guess, that it will quickly be so that they can continue to build. So it's not a big deal. All right, let's sell this bit of lime. Let's sell some extra beer. Yeah, all the ships should be coming in. Looks like some are probably in here. Yeah, they're going away now. Okay, another windmill is ready. Let's do apply to all and apply to all. That means that this one will now start working too. Still plenty of wheat, even though we don't do an harvest yet. We are out of buckwheat, at least in the storages, that is. So that is something. We'll have to see how that then goes in the end. And yeah, not enough milk to start. Okay, maybe it's time to visit these again. This is not the one with the manager, and we can get rid of this one. Let's slaughter it. This is also not the one with the manager. Wow. This one is also 11 months old, so we can already slaughter this. They're just making so many bulls. This is the one with the manager. I don't think we need to keep so many, because most of the oxen are probably already replaced anyways. Yeah, alright. Let's keep 2 more, just to be safe. I mean, we're already slaughtering heaps and heaps of bulls. I mean, we can even do up to the ones that are 10 months old. So slaughter the 1-year-olds. Because by the time these actually get slaughtered, we'll be months away. And then these ones will actually be grown up already. So that's good. This is going to produce us so much leather and stuff. That'll be... well, crazy is not the right word, but it'll be very interesting. Right, we have some thatch in there. We have charcoal in there. This is all working out. Yeah, do we need some mead? I think so. Let's buy some mead. That'll be helpful. Oh, and maybe some flour, just to boost the whole idea of the flour that we have a bit. I think that's good. There we go. I'm actually happy that we did quite some work again on some of the decorating. Really been forgetting that a bit, so doing some decorations now really... it just makes a town look lovelier and nicer. Like, now all of a sudden there's nature here, and this isn't even looking very good because the trees still need to mature, but look at this row. Look at how the trees are maturing and how big they are, and it's just cool. I like it. Wealth is still very low. How can we fix that? Right now it says it has an income of 28, so if we do 25, we should be okay. And then when they really start to earn enough money, we can raise it. Because this one, look at that, in monthly income of 90. So yeah, that one we can heavily tax. But I have to see how it goes in the end. Is there cheese in there? Yes. Let's up this number of cheese to 5,000. And then, yeah, that's okay. Let's check now. It's right before the harvest. Let's check. We have plenty of apples, so that's good. And we can see that the production went up last year big time. And next year with the other orchards, that will go even higher. So that is good. In terms of beetroot, we're out now, but that's okay. Buckwheat, see, we're out. We sold up to almost 9,000 already, but now the harvest comes in and we can see how much we bring in. Cheese, pretty good. I mean, we produced more than we sold, so that's okay. But we'll have to see if we can continue that. I'm not sure. Dried fruits. Last year we produced 15,000. We sold 15,000. Question is that because we just sell everything we have and there's room for more sales? Or is this just how it works? I don't know. Fish. Always a little bit of perishing, but that's okay. We have some fishing nets left. That's good. Then if we go down to stuff like milk, we can see there's not even perished milk at the moment because all of it is used. We still have a nice amount of potatoes. Last year we overproduced big time. Let's see how it goes this year. Still have a lot in store. So it's mainly buckwheat that is now the issue. But we'll see then how it goes and how it will turn and how it will look. So we can always make another farm. This is now our farming area anyway. But why not build an extra farm later on? I don't want to see what the harvest does now. It's still growing. Then almost then it goes into ripening, and then 3/4 of a month later we get into the harvest. We do get buckwheat, potato, potato, buckwheat, potato. So we get one more potato field than buckwheat fields. That's okay. This is also one more potato field. So yeah, it's if we take a look at the actual farm and if we take a look at the fields, we can see that buckwheat is 20 and 60. Question is how to get the most out of the buckwheat. I think with plows we can make it reduce, so we can do buckwheat, buckwheat, fallow, or maybe even buckwheat, 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 fallow. We could actually try that. That would be interesting. If we build a farm and we do fields with buckwheat, 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 and then fallow, and we use plows, will that work? Because then we can just make a buckwheat farm that produces so much buckwheat that we are completely out of issues with that. I think that might be an option for a next episode to work on that. That we just build a buckwheat farm here for testing. That would be interesting, I think. Alright, so we have some options. That could be cool. But for now, this is all running. We seem to have okay numbers in terms of flour. Still 100, so that's all good. The ripening has started on the farms, and then soon enough the harvest will begin again. We have finished the row houses there, and well, we did a bit of work again. But plenty for next episode. So thank you very much for watching. I really hope you enjoyed. If you did, please give this video a thumbs up. If you have not done so, please subscribe to my channel. Leave all your comments in the comment section. I will respond to it. And then, of course, I hope to see you in a brand new video. Thank you so much, and bye-bye.